importance of being plant-minded has never been more apparent. In a 2019 report, the UN found that the diversity within species, between species, and of ecosystems, as well as many fundamental contributions we derive from nature, are declining fast. They found that around 1 million animal and plant species are now threatened with extinction, many within decades, more than ever before in human history. However, they do note that we still have the means to ensure a sustainable future for people and the planet, a job which we all must take seriously. In becoming plant-minded individuals ourselves, we have encountered 4 important concepts to focus on. The importance of conservation of all plants, not just those which are endangered, the disconnect urbanization has caused between us and the plants surrounding us, cultural appropriation of traditional plant-minded practices, and the abstraction that commercialization has caused between plants and their everyday common uses, specifically in medicine. We will explore these concepts using 4 important plants. By understanding these concepts, we can get a better understanding of what we as individuals can do to help preserve the valuable plants we are surrounded by. Black sage, or Salvia mellifera, also known as Cassili by the Tongva, is a plant native to the coast regions of California as well as the Channel Islands. It is a shrub which is part of the coastal sage scrub community. It has white, lavender, and blue flowers in the winter, spring, and summer, and it is part of the mint family. Black sage is an integral part of its plant and animal community, and many endangered species depend on it for their own survival. For example, native bees and hummingbirds rely on the black sage for food, with its Latin name translating to honey-producing sage. Additionally, it has a huge root system, allowing it to protect sandstone and soil slopes from erosion, and is often planted at construction sites along roadsides as a preventative measure. It also protects humans from muddy cliff sides. Many plants, while not being endangered, serve a great purpose to protect other endangered species in their environment, just like black sage. Conservation efforts should be greater than just protecting the endangered species. They must also focus on species like black sage, which protect the community around them. As plant-minded thinkers, we too must focus not only on the plants already endangered, but also the plants supporting them to prevent further loss of biodiversity.
Toyon, or Heteromeles arbustifolia, also known as Ashuet by the Tongva, is a plant native to the western United States and California. It is part of the coastal sage scrub and drought-adapted chaparral and oak woodland habitats, and grows up to 8 feet tall in a variety of environments, showing white flowers in the spring and red berries in the fall. Toyon has always been an integral part of California history, due to its abundance and how easily it grows throughout diverse regions of California. In fact, Hollywood was named after Toyon. It is even the official native plant of Los Angeles. However, its popularity has also led to its destruction. In the 1920s, a collection of Toyon branches for Christmas decorations became so popular that the city had to ban all collections of Toyon. Over time, this rapid urbanization of the LA area made it incredibly easy to forget about Toyon, and the commodification of its branches highlights the tendency of humans to easily take from Toyon without thinking about the impacts to the environment and the Toyon species. Far too often, we destroy plants and parts of nature under good pretenses simply because we think they are expendable. However, it is important to think about these plants around us and to use them with the thought of where they come from and what we can do to help keep them growing.
White sage, or Salvia apiana, also known as Cassili by the Tongva, is a plant native to Southern California and northern Baja. It is part of the coastal sage scrub community. It has white flowers in the winter, spring, and summer, and supports a variety of wildlife. Many people are familiar with white sage as a plant used in smudging, a traditional practice which has become more and more popular in America. Therefore, it is nearly impossible to talk about white sage without acknowledging the cultural appropriation surrounding its use. What is a sacred plant to many Native people is being commercialized. One particularly harmful form of this commercialization is the lack of respect for cultural practices when harvesting white sage, an important part of the process of smudging. White sage is illegally harvested off of protected and private lands, disregarding the sacred value that many attribute to white sage. In becoming plant-minded individuals, it is important to engage ourselves in these discussions, understanding the implications of our actions and the importance of respecting the native uses for these plants that have existed for many years.
Yerba Santa, or Areodictyon californicum, also known as Heherhetchut by the Tongva, is a plant native to California known for many medicinal purposes. The Tongva use it for a large variety of ailments, such as brewing a tea to relieve a cough, sore throat, or stomach ache. The Tongva also make it into a poultice used for cuts, sores, and poison oak, among other things. Nowadays, if you Google Yerba Santa, the very first results you see are commodified medications, pills, herbs, and extracts derived from Yerba Santa. There are countless wellness websites touting the benefits of Yerba Santa, but few to none discuss how it is farmed and how it is produced. In this way, Yerba Santa is abstracted away from the simple plant it is into a consumer-focused industry which which spreads the benefits of the plant without acknowledging its origins, or where the plant that is part of your supplement actually came from. It is increasingly important to recognize where these types of products come from, especially when there's little government regulation in these types of businesses. Overall, by examining black sage, Toyon, white sage, and Yerba Santa, we see to some extent that all of these plants face neglect. Living in the greater LA area, it is incredibly easy to forget about the purpose of even commonplace plants, and it is even easier to only see an abstraction and a commodity of what once was a native plant. As we move forward, it is vital that we recognize the importance of these plants in our lives, as well as in their respective ecosystems, in order to understand the delicate balance of nature and to help ease modern human impact on the world around us. If we are able to better understand the plants around us, we will ultimately have more compassion for the planet that we live on, and we will hopefully be able to begin scaling down the massive destruction of biodiversity on Earth.